What's going on, guys? Well, today's video is going to be on my favorite blade shape, my favorite blade style. There are a lot of different blade styles, a lot of variations or modifications on some of the standard blade styles, right? Just to name a few off the top of my head, we have Tantos, we have Bowie or clip point style blades, spear point, or dagger style blades, sheep's foot, Warncliffe blades. There's just such an array of different blade shapes, and then variations on those blade shapes, little tweaks here and there. And that's before you even get into grinds, different styles of grinds, which can be on any of those different blade shapes, right? I have a favorite. Now, that being said, before I tell you what it is, I like all knives. I picked the name Cutlery Lover because I love all cutlery. I love every single knife that's out there. Some are more comfortable than others, but if it's sharp, I pretty much like it. I like all knives. Now, that being said, if I can only pick one style of blade, it would be this one right here, a clip point blade. The reason I like clip point blades so much is just because of versatility and because of looks. So form and function, for me personally, I think it's a sexy looking knife. The more distinguished this swedge is on a clip point, the better. I have a lot of different examples here. On this K-bar, also a clip point, but very subtle. You can see this swedge is just ever so slightly off of this line of the spine, right? Very subtle clip point. Another very subtle clip point, right? A not so subtle clip point, right? Much more distinguished here. Another clip point, a little bit more distinguished, right? And last blade I happen to have around my neck, which I just talked about, right? So these are all clip point style blades. Now obviously they vary in size, they vary in the grind lines, they vary in the degree of curvature on that swedge, but what they all have in common is you have a straight edge towards the bottom here, you have some kind of belly, right, which is good for slicing, and they all have some kind of a swedge on top, which creates a thinner point. So they're pointy, they have some belly, and they all have a straight edge. So those are three things that I feel, when they come together, you have versatility in your knife edge. Something like a sheep's foot blade obviously doesn't have a very good point, but it has a nice straight edge. So obviously different blade shapes can excel in different cutting tasks and different chores. So that's just my opinion. Your opinion may be different. Also, your favorite blade shape may not be because it's the most functional blade shape, it might just be because you think it looks the coolest. Now, I did a video on the karambit, which by the way I didn't mention, that's a hawkbill style blade, right? Another blade shape. And of course tons of variations on that blade shape. But I think that a clip point blade most of the time is just a sexy looking blade. It's just, I don't know, it's just very versatile to me. Like I said, there's always some belly, there's always a nice point on all these knives, there's a great point, good straight edge, towards the base, just versatile. So I just want to touch upon this subject a little bit and give you my opinions on it. This is going to be another two-part question for you guys, like the karambit video, right? The first part is going to be, what is your favorite blade style or blade shape? But the second part of the question is, what do you think is the most useful blade style or blade shape? And what's interesting is that they don't have to line up. In my particular case, I happen to think it's the same blade shape. I happen to think this is the most useful and the most aesthetically pleasing. It's just cool looking to me. However, you might have a completely different opinion. Maybe you think that the coolest looking is a spear point, but the most useful is a drop point. Or who knows, whatever combination. But I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to read your comments. And, to see what you guys think of this. So there you go, guys. Clearly, I like a good clip point. But, not to say it's the coolest looking blade. I'd like to hear your opinions on it. Those are mine. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you soon. Take care.